Hello and welcome to round 4 of the Nationals 2018 with me, Rebecca Gillard, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi.
Hello. And on the left we have Kostas. Oh, flipping heck. Kostas. We'll go with Kostas.
Adamopoulos.
That one. With Stark Fealty. And we have James Walmsley, Whammer, on the right playing the Greyjoy Wars. So we saw Greyjoy, Whammer's Greyjoy deck in the last game. And we had a big discussion on how to pronounce the drowned god thing, which Richard was saying as apothel, and I said it was apostle, but our patron, Stefan Rocky, has corrected both of us and told us it's apostle. So I just wanted to put that correction out there, you know, for anybody that might have been confused about the pronunciation of apostle.
Cool, we are now in the know.
We are now in the know. And we have setups.
Yeah, we do. Check that out from Costa. 4 characters with a Duke Talia.
Seems really strong.
Versus a 4-card setup from Whammer. Gates of the Moon. Is that Naga's Ribs?
I'm not sure.
Could be Naga's Ribs, could be Old Wick. Can't quite tell from here. And that is Acolyte of the Waves and the Priest of the Drowned God.
Okay, and then as you say on Kostas' side, we've got a Duke Talia, a Sansa, a Bran and a Winterfell Steward. So getting the family on the board there. Kostas opening with Peace and Prosperity. Don't see that one very much.
I've seen that a bit lately.
Yeah?
Mainly in Dark, actually.
So let's go through. So it's reduce the first character by 3, the first location by 2, and the first attachment by 1.
Yes.
Yeah? But it also gives you 2 gold as well. So it's going to get let Kostas put out a few bits and bobs this turn. His deck must be quite balanced to be able to guarantee that he's going to be able to do all of those things. So
yes, you know he's running attachment, location and characters. Who knew?
And Whammer they're opening it with Time of Plenty and going first. So marshalling, he's put out a Iron Islands Fishmonger. And he's also played out a Rose Road. So he's still got 5 gold left. Oh no, sorry, more than that because he had a Gates out, didn't he? So he should have 7 gold left still.
Wow.
So he can get out something big if he wants to.
He's no pauper.
Not in this game.
So we saw the Drowned God deck in the last game. Seemed pretty fun, right?
Yeah, some really cool interactions.
Now we have an Aaron Damphair who will be resurrecting Ironborn from the dead pile should he win Dom.
Seems good.
And the Stony Shore Raiders again.
So Stony Shore Raider there, but not bestowing by the looks of it.
No bestow.
Oh, no, he's going for it.
2 bestow.
Bestowing 2. Leaving 1 gold.
So he's obviously not worried about losing it to military claim. He's going to lose the Iron Island Fishmonger should that happen. Or the Acolyte of the Waves. So he's bestowed the Stony Shore Raider for 2 to near any problematic location. Seems cool, right?
Yeah. I guess on Kostas' side, I know he runs Winterfell, so that would be a nice one to get knelt. And then, of course, he's probably going to be running things like the Northern Armories. So kneeling one of them is quite annoying because it's 2 gold for a 1 gold income each turn. But the bonus on that is that you do get the stand. So losing the stand of that kind of reduces the worth of the location, I feel.
Yeah, I guess it does, unless you have it for 3 rounds or more. Then it actually pays itself back, but it's very slow if you can't use the stand ability of it.
Yeah. So
Kostas preempting that to a point by getting out a Begging Brother. Now that he can cancel any of those reactions.
And he's bestowed the Begging Brother for 3, and that's all of the gold that he'll have had this term. The attachment there is the Brother's Robes, and that's going on for free because of his plot. And he still gets 2 gold to spend on a location.
So he can now get out a Northern Armory if he likes.
Which is going to do.
And he does like.
And it's getting knelt immediately.
He's not going to cancel that with a Begging Brother.
I think Whammer did say, do you want to cancel that? And Kostas was like, no. Because Kostas knows that Whammer's deck is going to be doing things that are a lot more mean than kneeling out his Northern Armory.
Yeah, they've got nothing on the board worth standing. Perhaps.
But also, I mean, the interactions between Whammer's deck I think it's definitely worth saving that 3 per star on the Begging Brother to try and stop any of the interactions.
I mean, he does have Brother's Robes, which can blank an attachment or location, but that's not really amazing. I mean, blanking Naga's Ribs doesn't do anything in the dominance phase. You could do it in the challenges phase if you want to stop intrigue claim being put into the dead pile. I guess.
But that's about it, right?
Yeah.
So Whammer has passed his challenges. He's just checking up the total amount that James has. Sorry, Costas is just checking the total amount that they both have for Dom. I believe Whammer's winning by 1 at the moment.
I mean, first snow would really do a number on these boards.
Yeah. I don't think either player would be playing first snow at this point.
At any point.
At any point? Not in the decks?
Nah, doubt it.
Maybe, maybe not.
I'd be amazed if Whammer was running first snow.
Yeah, that's true. Although it is Wars, so I guess he can get away with not having to play it for a while.
Yeah, he's not going to run it.
Thank you. A random bug appeared on me. Anywho, back on the boards. Anything happening? No?
We've got some waiting.
We've got some Costas thinking.
Is Costas thinking?
Yes, I told you, Alice passed his challenges. So.
Oh, you told me.
I did. So, Minotauro then, stealthing past the Stone Shore Raider, because he might as well do some challenges. Whammer's winning Dom anyway. And Costas there getting through an unopposed military. And claiming the Chud.
The Chud is dead.
The Chud is dead. I guess he doesn't really want to kill the... what's the little one?
The Acolyte of the Waves.
That's it. He doesn't want to kill the Acolyte because Begging Brother will probably cancel that power gain. Ooh, I'm no one on Sansa. So Sansa has stealth and insight and she doesn't kneel to attack. However, she loses all of her Stark affiliations.
This is good.
So...
And, yeah. I mean, now he's going to get through an unopposed intrigue challenge. Non-kneeling and will gain insight.
Card draw is always good. And discarding there.
Given to the drowned god.
Which is an event that allows you to kill a character and then draw the number of cards for that character's cost.
Correct. Yeah, it's a nice event. I mean, I don't think the deck has a ton of draw. So it's nice not to have those discarded.
And it's quite easy to actually kill something in your own deck in the Drowned Gods deck, because that's kind of what you want to be doing. So it's a bit of a shame for Whammer to lose that card.
Yeah, I guess the dream is where you start, at the point where you start drawing cards, but you're marshalling from the dead pile with Tal, so you're not spending a lot of cards from your hand.
Yeah.
To allow your hand to build back up. That's a nice situation to be in. But hey, at least he didn't discard Vince.
So I played against Costas during the Swiss. And yeah, his deck is like really strong. The robes are more annoying than I thought they were going to be. I was playing Targ Marine, so I had to basically try and use all of my locations before his Robe's character could be in a challenge.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And he was also playing Cat and Windfell as well, so I was really struggling to get my triggers off in that game. So yeah, the Robes are, like I say, a lot more annoying than I thought. It was just blanking my Marine if I could if I let it.
Did you lose?
I did lose, yes.
Cool, just checking.
Thanks. But it's fine. Made the top 16.
Top 8?
Yeah, but top 16 to get into day 2.
That is true, although it was the top 8.
It was originally, wasn't it? In the Swiss I was 9th, so if it had been just a top 8 then I'd have been sad. So, dominance then was a tie?
You sound so convincing.
Yeah.
The Costas had what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 Whammers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You know things now out, right?
Sorry?
You know things were knelt, right?
Yeah, I'm just counting the things that weren't.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing... Oh, I should have paid more attention. Anyway, let's just go with what's on the board at the moment. Costas is playing Time of Plenty into Whammer's Exchange of Information. Costas has a fantastic choice of characters, but 0 choice on any of the other options because there's only 1 of each type. So Costas, they're getting a Cudgel, and I think it was a Risen and a 9 Mines.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that though.
So, what is your rationale for choosing particular cards from that plot?
I generally try and choose the worst ones.
Yeah. So when you choose a character, we saw Kevin in the last game chose King Balon, and we've got the complete opposite with Costas here choosing the Iron Islands Fishmonger.
Yeah. I'm sure that Kevin would have chosen a Fishmonger if a Fishmonger had been available.
Maybe there was.
I don't think there was. I think it's mostly the Drowned Gods.
Okay. Because choosing the Fishmonger or the Reducer characters obviously help to give military claim for your opponent and stabilises their board.
Maybe, but I think against the Drowned Gods deck that doesn't matter as much because, I mean, if anything, Whammer probably doesn't want to be killing those ones. He wants to be killing off the Drowned God things.
No, I think it matters a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, probably ideal for him to put a Chud down to help him, just chunder along while he looked for his pieces, while he looked for the Drowned Disciple. Once he's got his pieces, that's when he needs to start killing things. Like, he doesn't need to kill things now, although it is handy for a thing to be in the dead pile. Which, why not an Iron Island Fishmonger instead of a combo piece?
So, what you're saying is if you were Costas, you'd give him one of the combo pieces?
No. What I'm saying is, exchange of information isn't that bad, even if you're getting chuds. People say, but you're getting the worst of each category. But that's fine. You're getting a chud that can stabilise your board. You're getting an attachment which may do something handy just to stabilise you. It could be just a bodyguard, a milk. All these little things all add to the value of the plot.
So do you think that exchange of information is better than counting coppers?
Well, for a start, you'll get possibly 1 extra card if you're built in a certain way. You're more likely to get 1 extra card. But you're right in that, your opponent will know all the cards that you've got and other cards that are in your deck, possibly indicating your strategy. And they're likely to be, on the whole, worse card than what you may have drawn with coppers anyway.
So you're saying that it's worse?
But you get extra gold. No, I'm not saying it's worse or better. I'm not going to commit to that. No matter how many times you ask me.
Well, yeah, just checking if you've got a solid opinion either way. Should we have a little look at what's happened in the marshalling?
Go on then.
Okay, so on Costas' side, he's marshalled a Rob and a Lewin. And he has also added an extra Brother's Robes onto the Begging Brother. Is it Begging Robes? It's not Begging Robes, is it?
Brother's Robes.
Brother's Robes. And then we go on to Whammer's marshalling. He's marshalled a Sea Tower, knelt it and played out an Iron...
Mine.
Iron Mine. Thanks. Had a mind blank then.
Mind blank.
But
sorry.
That's quite good. In a bad way, but...
Costas has decided now's the time to read Naga's ribs. Probably looking at the effect he can do when he kneeled Begging Brother. Another Acolyte of the Waves. Along with a Stick of Destiny.
A Stick of Destiny, huh?
Yeah.
Otherwise known as a cudgel?
The stick that was promised. I love, just the idea of some, seaweedy, salty men just running around with a stick of wood, and suddenly they're insanely powered once a load of people are dead. Like, they're suddenly the strongest person in the entire of Westeros. It's incredible.
Well, it's like, how much is it?
Two.
Two costs.
Yeah.
And is it plus 2 strength for each character in the dead pile?
+1.
+1, okay.
But if you see a ferocious, salty, seaweedy man running around with 2 sticks, oh my god. Yeah, they can get up to in 2 digits worth of strength.
And then when that character dies, you can move it to another character and give that character a power, right?
Yeah, so now it's like the baton, a relay baton, stick of destiny, in which they just pass it around.
And at 2 cost, it's probably better than what? Would you say it's better than ice?
Well, ice is a different thing entirely, isn't it? I've murdered your opponent's best character.
Would you think it's better than Heartsbane?
I'm not committing to better, worth. I'm just saying, like, it's amazing.
Hey, you are a reviewer of cards. You do reviews.
I'm a reviewer of cards. Ask James Walmsley what my reviews of cards are worth.
Well, I mean, I think we had this discussion in the last game, didn't we?
Cool, Brand, going in for a power challenge.
Changing the subject. Whammer defending there with the Acolyte and his cudgel. Or his stick of destiny, as you like to call it.
The stick of destiny. That's 4 strength on the board, I think.
4? There's only 1 dead character.
And we killed 2 now.
There's only 1 fishmonger that's dead.
Where'd the other one go? Did he play another one? Maybe not. Cool, well, let's say if it's 1, then he's 3 strength. Because of the priest buffing him also.
Ah. Are the Acolytes 1 strength normally then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing with the Drowned God. They get strength bumps from quite a lot of places. So once you have a cudgel, you have to take into account the strength bump from A, the dead pile, and B, any priests that are on the board. And it gets even more complicated if you have more than 1 cudgel. I
must admit, I've been spending a lot of time... I spent a lot of time at the Games Expo just searching for tiny dice. So I've got like 20 little tiny dice now that I can put on my characters to show the increases and decreases in strength. And they've been really useful.
Yeah, it does.
Because I think there's a lot of things now that give you strength buffs or, reducing strength and stuff like that. It's just nice to be able to see them clearly. I'm not the best at math anyway, so if I'm having to try and keep all these numbers in my head...
got some mastery over addition and subtraction. Within the confines of 20 strength, let's say, as a maximum.
Little justified quote there, Richard. Yes, I do. I do have some mastery of addition and subtraction.
Cool. Costas wins the military challenge, gets insight on Rob from Maester Lewin, and an Acolyte of the Waves is chosen to die. Not the one with the cudgel, mind.
So, Whammer gained the power from the Acolyte dying. Costas could have cancelled that, couldn't he, with the begging brother?
He could have.
But decided not to.
I'm guessing he's just saving them for Aaron once something big goes into that dead pile that he'll want to resurrect after he wins Dom. The only issue I see now is Costas has 7 characters on the board. I'm almost certain James is running at least 1 reset plot.
Okay. So you think now's a good time to reset?
Well, I don't know about that. But James has more economy on the board than Costas does.
This is true.
And he has a save.
Yeah.
There you go.
Going for that reset. So, we've got a confiscation here.
I assume
into Valar.
Costas is going to go fur to confiscate maybe the cudgel.
Well, you'd think that, but Whammer actually was chosen to go first.
Okay.
So Whammer tries to use a Risen on Dampy, which Costas cancels using Bran. And then Whammer plays another Risen on Dampy. I think Costas put Bran in the wrong pile there. Oh, no, he's doing saves. Okay, that's fine. It's Arya's dupe and Bran is in the discard because they were, a dupe and discarded to cancel the event. So we're just going through our saves at the moment then.
Yeah, so this is a good call from James, I guess, because you've now got Kostas' board free of Rob and Sansa, Chud, Begging Brother, especially with all that bestow. Before he had the chance to get, to gain any dupes and protect that board that he built.
I just wanted to note what happened there with the cudgel.
Okay.
So Whammo decided not to move the cudgel as the acolyte died and bring the cudgel back to hand instead. So this means that Kostas' confiscation could only trigger on the risen that had been attached to Dampy. Okay. So it meant that James gets to keep that cudgel and he'll be able to play it out again.
That's quite clever.
Yeah, it backfired a little bit, I guess, Kostas going second.
Yeah.
Because it meant that Whammo could choose to make sure his plot goes first and get that cudgel back to hand.
Yeah, clever play by Jane. I can't believe I said that.
Wow, you've complimented him like twice in 2 games now. He'll be so happy.
He's been so mean to me too. He keeps bullying me over the whole Vince score thing.
You deserve to be bullied over that. Who's that guy?
Tarl, the thrice drowned.
Is he unique?
Yeah, he's unique.
Yeah.
And he's amazing.
Oh, and he's been duped, okay. And which one's this? Is this one where you kill him and you get to do something?
No, this is the guy who it changes the rules from where you marshal. So you're able to marshal characters, non-unique characters, of cost 3 or lower from your dead pile.
Oh, nice. So now Whammo can start marshalling some of those drowned gods,
the non-unique drowned god characters.
Yes.
Cost 3 or under. Which is great when you have your drowned disciple out because you get power every time you do it.
Ah, yes, of course. So the drowned disciple is one way you can gain power for marshalling things from the dead pile.
But for some reason,
lets you marshal things from the dead pile.
Yeah, for some reason, the drowned disciple is the most elusive character in the entire deck every time you play it.
Really?
Because he's the one you want out when you start doing this, just to gain power. But he's never around.
Is he 3 cost?
Yeah.
Power icon?
Yeah.
2 strength?
Nah.
3?
Yeah. But he's never there when you need him.
I'm sure he'll appear at some point.
Next round.
Also, another thing I need to comment on, but you can't really see in this, Kostas has got the most amazing power tokens. So he went to Japan, to an island I really like. He went to a little island off of Hiroshima called Miyajima. And you can buy little cat ornament things, I guess. But they're really, really tiny. They're as big as a thumbnail. And so he went into the shop and he said to the woman, yes, I want 16 of these little cats. And the woman thought he was mental because he was buying all these little cats. And they're not the cheapest. They're not expensive, but they're not 20p a cat kind of thing.
When you're buying 16 of them.
Adds up a little bit. So yeah, so we've got 15 plus a spare one just in case. So yeah, so his power tokens are basically these little ornamental Japanese cats, which I think is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm very jealous I didn't think to do something like that.
Kostas has marshalled Summer.
He has.
And got, I guess, Arya do back to hand?
No,
bringing the Chud.
Yeah, he was just getting, wasn't it Bran? Yeah. So he got Bran out of the discard pile to marshal him. Where's Kostas' dead pile?
What dead pile?
From the Valar.
I think it's underneath your banner, just off the mat.
Oh, okay. It's why we keep things on the mat, guys.
Well, your banner still does cover some of the mat. I mean, look at James's mat.
Only a little bit.
Yeah, well, James passed his challenges. What a champ.
Literally, he's a champ.
Well, yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah, there's no point in him doing any challenges at the moment.
Do you think James likes being Euro champ? Do you think he sits at home polishing his little trophy, thinking, I'm the European champion?
He probably uses it like a footstool or something. He's probably not that bothered. Probably finds it more embarrassing than anything. I would. Yeah,
that's why I'm, determined to mention it a lot.
So you can embarrass him more. You're so evil. I'm sorry, Whammo.
I'm not.
I apologise for my partner's behaviour.
I don't. So he's killed the Acolyte of the Wave, and he's going to gain a power for doing so. No begging brother to cancel that. We're going through the challenges quite quick now.
Mm-hmm. So Costas getting through a military and a power challenge there. Wama taking Dom.
Does he have a damp hair response? I think there is a Stony Shore Raider in the dead pile.
Yeah, I think from what I remember, he was debating whether or not to do it without being able to bestow it, and decided not to bother.
Makes sense. You can always do it another round. He's got board present.
Yeah.
He's got things on the board that can take a claim.
Exactly.
He doesn't know if Costas had a reset.
Yeah.
I know if Costas had a reset.
What reset does he have? Oh, he doesn't have one, does he?
No, he doesn't. So whether that spoiled the game for the viewers, I don't know.
No. There's only like, what, 10 minutes? 12 minutes left? So we're going to need some quick power gain here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like one was decided on his plot. Let's wait on Costas. There we go. So you win or you die from Wama. That's an interesting choice. He's only on 3, so he's going to lose all of the cards in his hand. And Costas are playing close call.
What you don't quite... Well, what you haven't quite picked up on there is he can play out his non-character stuff. He can play out his cudgel, play his events, whatever. And then all those characters at the end of the round that he discards just go into the dead pile from Naga's ribs.
Yeah, that's the
and
point.
then he can just marshal them next round anyway. With Tal, as long as Tal doesn't get milked.
That's a very good point, actually, yeah.
He won the confiscation himself, so if Tal does get milked this round, he can still marshal.
Okay.
And of course, that Fealty is dominant. It fuels the cudgel.
Mm.
Like, if you stick a cudgel on Tal, there's at least, 5 characters in the dead pile now? Maybe more?
Looks like 5.
I think there's 5, maybe 6. But probably, likely 5, possibly 6.
I think there's 5. Just worth noting that Costas moved Rob into his discard.
Ooh. So we can see he has a Scepter Mordain in hand, which will give Arya another icon.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to see quite how Costas is going to push forward. He can win military challenges. That's good. He can get them unopposed. But how is he going to win the power challenges with, for example, cudgel out on any one character? So he had to marshal something substantial. Arya's got stealth, who can push through a character.
Yeah.
But there's still plenty of strength on that board.
Well, like I say, Arya can push through one character, and although there is a lot of strength on the board, they're all quite low. The cudgel will make somebody big, but Arya will just stealth that. I think for Costas now, he's got 5, 6, 7, 8 gold. So he's got plenty of gold to put something out with. He can put out a big if he's got a big. Yeah,
but Wama has 10 resources, along with 2 Iron Island fishmongers. He could marshal Acolyte of the Wave, Priest of the Drowned God, Cudgel, and suddenly, like, everyone's got loads of strength.
Mm.
It's like the Winterfell effect. You know, when your Stark opponent has 7 characters, and instead of marshalling a character, they just marshal Winterfell, and suddenly everyone's like monster. They've got Fast Eddie, who's 7 strength now. They've got Rob, who's 6 strength.
Yeah, makes them a lot less burnable at that strength as well.
Hmm.
So Costas has got a bit of a dilemma here, which, you know, he's really having to think about. I don't really know what's in his hand to be able to give a proper opinion on what he should marshal, but it looks like he's counting 3. It looks like maybe he's tempted to put out the Scepter. Or Septon. Septon? Scepter?
Septar.
Septar. Which is
Septon is
female.
male.
Yeah. Oh, no, maybe going for a big. That's 6 gold there. He's got something big in hand.
Could be Y-Man.
Could be. Give him a few more options for rounds to come at least. Could be another Rob. I mean, he did close call him. Oh yeah, of course, Fealty as well. So he's got 9 resources. So kneeling the faction card. And maybe paying the gold. We'll get there.
It's obviously a hard choice. But we've got Wyman.
Okay. So Wyman's good. He's going to let Kostas draw cards. But it also causes Kostas to weaken his own board by stacking characters to do so. So ideally he wants some kind of chud that he's happy to sacrifice, but to be honest, there's not really many of those he'd want to sacrifice, is there really? For a wine man.
Summer, if you've got a flea bottom, you want to sacrifice. But he doesn't have a flea bottom.
No. I think there's a flea bottom in the discard pile, but not on the board.
I mean, there are a couple of ways you can use Wyman. I mean, one way is to sacrifice characters to draw cards from him and stand him and use him as a kind of like mini Voltron.
Yeah.
And the other way is to just use that action as a trigger for Rob to stand everybody.
Which is probably more the idea of the deck, but as Rob isn't on the board at the moment, at least Wyman's there to sort of set up for when Rob can get back out.
Meanwhile, he'll be good enough in his own right.
Also, meanwhile, things are happening on the board.
Yeah, we've got a Drowned Disciple out now. Marshalled from the dead pile, I think. Which means a reaction to that character entering play from the dead pile. He's given Tal, the thrice drowned, a power.
Okay. We've also got a cudgel on the
Acolyte of the Waves. So there appears to be 4 characters in James' dead pile, so that Acolyte is now 5 strength.
Seems good. I guess that's who Ari will be stealthing past. And also playing... Oh, okay, so given to the old gods.
Given to the drowned gods.
Sorry, given to the drowned gods even. Wrong house. However, that was cancelled with Bran.
Yep.
Despite this, it's dying? Why is it dying?
Because the wording on the event is kill attach character to draw X amount of cards.
Ah, so you have to pay the cost, but you don't get the...
So the killing is the cost, so you pay that no matter what. And the drawing card, the effect, was cancelled by Bram.
Okay.
But no fear, Rama moved the cudgel because the character died. And so he moved that cudgel to Tal, who is duped.
Okay.
And then he paid 2 to marshal the Acolyte again, triggering the Drowned Disciple to give Tal a power.
So the Acolyte gained the faction of power when it died.
Yeah.
The cudgel gave Tal a power.
Yep.
And then Tal got another power when the Disciple was remarshalled from the dead pile. Is that correct? So that's...
Because the Disciple works twice per phase.
Okay. Because Whammo's just gone from 3 power to 7.
Yeah.
And that was in the marshalling phase.
Yeah, so the Disciple coming back from the dead, 1 power.
Yeah.
The Acolyte and Cudgel moving into 2nd power. The Acolyte dying gave him a 3rd power, and then the remarshalling from the dead pile of the Acolyte is the 4th power.
Right, okay. Wow. So
imagine if you had 2 Drowned Disciples out.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, it's quicker.
Wait, they're not even unique, the Disciples. So you can just trigger both of them?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell, yes. It doesn't happen as often as you'd like.
No. But still, that little combination got him 4 power in the marshalling phase.
Yeah. So when you get 2 of them...
Crazy stuff.
Then yeah, it speeds you up significantly. But like I say, they're the guy that kind of hide at the bottom of your deck.
Just like all the best cards. We had an intrigue from the Scepter, which went through unopposed. When I have a power, stealthing Tal.
I remember when he came out, you were calling him Tarly.
Was I?
Tarly.
Don't know what you're on about.
As if it's Randall. Tarly the thrice drowned.
Nah, I wouldn't have done that.
You pronounce everything perfectly.
Yes, like the apostle. Thanks, Stefan. So Costa Sarah's done the power, which he won. And I guess he's considering the military. He might as well, quite frankly, because it's not like he's going to have to use him to defend the military.
True.
But no.
Because the thing is, James is coming back with the 2 claim challenges. Because he wins or he dies.
So, Whammer there doing a power for 5 million strength.
Costas has ways of standing characters.
That's true.
I mean, Wyman's going to die if he could somehow get a military challenge through, which isn't going to happen. Not Wyman's going to die, Wyman's going to stand.
I was going to say, Wyman's not going to die.
He also has Northern Armory, which he's going to use now to stand Wyman.
Yep, using that so that power isn't unopposed. But Whammer's still getting 2 claim for that. And looks like that's the only challenge it's doing. So taking Dom, triggering Dampy in the dominance phase to bring back something.
The Apostle.
The Apostle.
He's triggered the Drowned Disciple, which then gives Tala power, and then he's triggered the Drowned God Apostle to kill him, and then put in the Acolyte of the Waves into play, triggering the Drowned Disciple to give Tal another power.
Wow. So he's gone up to 11 power there, and he was at 3 at the beginning of that round.
Yeah.
That's a big jump. Wow, okay, so plots again then?
Well, this is it now. Because James can just win on a wildfire. He could wildfire, kill both of those Apostles of the Acolytes of the Waves for another 2 power, and then marshal them both in the marshalling phase, triggering the Drowned Disciple twice for 2 power.
Oh, wow.
So that'd be the end of the game. Once he's at 11, that's it.
So he's going to that's not a wildfire.
He could wildfire.
So we've got King of the North versus an easy truce. Oh! Costas concedes. What does an easy truce do?
An easy truce, Costas has to give Whammer a power after he initiates challenges against him.
But Whammer also has to do the same thing, right?
Yeah. Well, Whammer doesn't have to do challenges there. But the King of the North does stop all of the triggers.
Yeah, but Costas has decided that...
Costas knows he doesn't have a reset.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just as well Whammer didn't do the wildfire thing.
Yeah, because he'd have wiped his board and then...
He would have killed those 2 fishmongers and 2 acolytes of the wave without any
power gain,
yeah.
Which would have been a shame. So it looks like you made the right decision there. So yeah, that was our second demonstration of the Drowned Gods deck. Thanks as always for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/The White Walkers, and we'll see you next round for round 5 for the Nationals.
Round 5, yeah.
So see you then, again.
Then
guys.
Bye.
Bye.